So I just watched Dragon Ball Super Superheroes, which is the first movie in a couple of years, and it was not very good. I'll be honest. Watching the trailers when they first came out, I thought the film looked kind of not amazing. The antagonists were like horribly designed, in my opinion. I think they're called Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I thought they looked awful. The idea of the Red Ribbon Army coming back was a terrible idea, and it's terrible in the film. There's not really much good to say about this film. One of the only good things is the fact that Gohan and Piccolo got to be the main characters, which was, well, mainly Piccolo, which was cool. Piccolo's probably my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. And yeah, he's in it a lot, which is cool, but in saying that, it's a really bad storyline. So basically, the Red Ribbon Army gets Dr. Jiro's nephew, I think it was, or grandson or whatever, to create some androids for them, and he basically makes Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, which are the robots you see in the trailer, and then he also, this is spoiler alert by the way, he also remakes Cell, called Cell Max, it looks like his second stage, but red and massive, and it's just really dumb. He doesn't, basically Cell, like everyone's been wanting Cell to come back, and it's this giant version that doesn't talk at all. The fight's super lame. Like, there's almost no good fights in the whole movie. Like, they're like average. They're like definitely like mid-tier fights. There's nothing cool about them, really. Like, there was like one cool moment, but I'll get to that later. So anyway, the story's really dumb. One thing I really hate with Dragon Ball Super is they've added a lot of like modern day stuff, which, like, it does make sense. Technology does evolve, but I just find it really jarring when Piccolo's answering his smartphone and he's like FaceTiming Bulma. I just find that really odd. It's really boring as well to watch. Like, I don't want to see Dragon Ball Z characters FaceTiming each other. It's just weird. Not a huge fan of that. I also find the art style was okay. I'm not a huge fan of Super's art style. The animation's good, just the art style is kind of, I don't know. It's not as cool as Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was so like over the top and exaggerated, whereas in Super everything's sort of more realistic looking. So there's a bit where Piccolo sneaks into the Red Ribbon Army, and he's wearing like a soldier's uniform, and he just looks like a normal dude. But Piccolo's like, I think he's like supposed to be like 7 foot tall, at least 6'5". You know, he's a big dude. He's broad as hell. He's massive, but he just looks like kind of small and like normal looking, which is just weird. I know Dragon Ball Z especially gets a lot of flack because characters don't really change. There's no like character arcs really. Maybe Vegeta and Piccolo and Gohan, but like there's not a massive change. Goku doesn't change at all. But in this, I'm not a huge fan of Piccolo being so soft. Like, he's so like kind of boring now. Like, he used to be really cool, and now he's just kind of like he's cool, but he's like real soft, and I don't know. Anyway, that's just nitpicking. So the art style in this is the same as Super, but it's also CGI, which again, not a huge fan of. In saying that, it actually looks quite good in this movie. Like, it's definitely the best 3D animated anime that I've seen. Again, not a big fan of it, but it's not as bad as you might think. It's not as bad as the fight in the Broly movie. You know, the one where it had the different art styles, like different animation styles throughout the film, and one of them was CGI for a little bit. It's definitely not as jarring. But yeah, it's just I don't really know why they did it. The fights were just so average. Piccolo and Gohan, again, spoiler alert, get new transformations, which just feel really forced. I kind of like Piccolo's design. Gohan's looks kind of weird. His hair's too big or something. It just felt really forced. What else? They put in Goku and Vegeta and Broly for training again with Beerus, which I guess is cool. I guess they're setting something up, but it just was like in there for like really no reason. They had like a real shit, like a super shit sparring match, Goku and Vegeta, and it's like we've seen this so many times now. It's not even interesting. Yeah, they reused some jokes from the last film with Bulma and making trying to look younger with the Dragon Balls. Like, this has already been done before. It's not really original now. Yeah, the antagonist was, like I said, really bad. It was Jiro's grandson or nephew or whatever, whoever the fuck he is. It didn't really matter. He's not even in the film much. He's like this little fat kid, and it's just, he's super lame. The villain's super lame. Like, it's just so, like, it's so dumb. Like, yeah, it's really not worth watching at all, to be honest. Yeah, it's so lame. It just feels like they were like, we need to do a movie between to tide people over until Super comes back on TV. That's what it felt like. It just didn't have. It just felt like a bit of a cash grab, a bit of a stopgap, like the bare minimum effort they could put in to tell a story. Like, you know, those Dragon Ball Z movies from the 90s. I think when they first came out, they, you know, like the legendary Super Saiyan, Broly, Lord Slug, the Tree of Might. Those are like infinitely better compared to this. Like, you might as well just watch those. Yeah, super disappointed. And saying that, also the theater was actually pretty quiet. Like, maybe it was like me and like 15 other people, which that's pretty bad. I can't remember when it came out though. It might have come out a couple days ago, but still, that's not much. Like, when I saw the last one, the theater was full, completely full. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it just really lame. Dragon Ball Super is a funny one because it just like, I read the manga, and the manga's not bad, but it's rehashing the same shit over and over again. And I know people you know, talk shit about Dragon Ball GT when it came out. Like, I've not seen much of GT, but at least it was trying to be somewhat different, whereas Super's kind of just rehashing stuff. And a lot of the things I don't like with Super, but the manga doesn't do it, but the you know, the visual stuff, you know, the animations do, is a lot of the stuff feels very tongue in cheek, like their dialogue, like they feel like they're in on a joke almost, like the characters seem more self-aware. It almost takes itself less seriously. I don't know if other people feel that way, but it just feels a little bit like tongue in cheek now. Whereas before, it kind of felt like very serious, and it kind of like there was some humor, but like there's a lot of like more in jokes now, which I'm not massively on board with. Yeah, like there was a bit in the film where one of the Red Ribbon guys was showing like Goku and Vegeta came up on the screen, and Vegeta was wearing his like pink top. And to me, I was just like, oh yeah, like, yes, I know he wore, like, in the Trunks saga, he had a pink top on that said "Bad Man." Like, I know that's a thing. It's just like, cool. I don't need to see that again up on screen. It just felt a little bit like a bit of a piss take, and yeah, I don't know. It just maybe that's just the English localization. I'm not sure. Maybe the Japanese dub's different. But yeah. So basically, this is one of the weakest Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super movies. It's the weakest Dragon Ball Z movies. Like, it's just very, very, very average to bad. Like, story is absolute shit. It feels completely filler. There's no fight scenes worth going to see. And it's a shame because Piccolo's in it, Gohan's in it, and they just did them really. They did them dirty, kind of, which is just, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I'd probably give it it's probably like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't good. Like, it was not good at all. There was a lot of times I was really bored. The villains suck. The story shit. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Am I wrong? Am I right? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.